Sunday on EA Sports.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
His first carry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. From the gun, Rivers. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He sets to fire deep. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Brandon Wilson on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10,
just shy of the 30. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Airing one out for Boyd. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver,
but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Rivers going to bring the Colts out 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Rivers hands this one to Mack.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
That's good for a Colts. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, Rivers. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That's feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
This is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts 7, Bengals nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw, Rivers. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Good catch there by Jack Doyle, who went to the Pro Bowl in 2019, but now has a new quarterback in Phillip Rivers, and he wants to be the Antonio Gates that Phillip Rivers threw to with the Chargers.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run here with Mack. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go. Slam. Hey, Delta.
Again, it'll be Mack. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Looking to run with Mack. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. It's Mack.
This is too easy.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now.
It got his man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Look.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Now it's Wilson.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Off the option, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Mixon trying to punch it in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon as time expires in the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in and there on the final play of the first half. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
The 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Give them 32 on the play. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll run here with Mack. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
This is Hines. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Hines. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And some room to work. And down to the 11. A big play there for the Bengals. 56 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
9 yards to go.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
180, black 15, white. Check, 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 check. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, check, 59. Go. Go.
From the gun, Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Blankenship for the extra point.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Come on, let's get this comeback. Step it up.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Burrow will throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back to Mixon on first down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
So remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. And that is not a sight they want to see. Joe Mixon, very slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
At their own 1-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the fourth quarter tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around, punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy, but time's starting to become a factor.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Is good. Makes the score Bengals 37, Colts 28.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and the 11.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bengals, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.